Hey, did you see that our own Kevin Coelho was losing all sorts of weight for his wedding? Well, why don't you join him and use today's sponsor, Beachbody On Demand. Beachbody On Demand is an online fitness streaming service that gives you unlimited access to a wide variety of highly effective, world-class workouts personalized to meet your needs, plus extensive nutritional content, all proven to help people achieve their health goals, fitness goals, and not look like this. Plus P90X is there, and so is Insanity. Kevin used P90X a little bit. You got step-by-step program that guides you. You have workout calendars, comprehensive nutritional plans, an innovative portion-controlled focused cooking show called Fixate, and the motivation and support of a growing community. Beachbody On Demand is the total package, and you can stream it all to your computer, smartphone, or any other web-enabled device. This is a brand new service, but it already has more than 1 million members. So, claim your free trial membership and join Kevin on his quest to not look like this by texting Greggy to 303030 to get full access to this entire platform for free. Kevin.
Oh, I was just gonna ask him for give me a Red Bull.
I was gonna ask what your topic is, but you can,
my topic.
You're,
right,
you're one of your talent now. You can order Cool Greg around like nobody's business.
So my topic, a while back, you guys were like, "Hey, in August after 2016, we're gonna start looking for a place."
After E3 was the rumor. Yeah, after E3 we'd looking for a place.
I remember the word August coming out.
That's after E3, is it not?
Yeah, sure.
Touchdown, Greg.
We're gonna start looking for like a real studio. All right, no.
We're gonna get a real studio. Sorry,
yeah,
we've been drinking.
No, what you guys said was in August we're gonna start looking for a studio, and I was like, no, that's too long. We need to get a studio now because at the time we were working out of your apartment.
Yeah,
and yep. And man, it sucked when everyone came home and it was 6 o'clock and I really felt like I needed to leave.
And you did.
And yeah, that's true.
I
did.
The fuck out. I had to cook.
Yeah, no, I totally understand that. And it sucked to work out of there because I felt like that slowed us down.
Sure, 100%.
You know,
sure.
Like I wanted to work till 7, 8.
Never see Paula.
Well, I mean, she's working a busy schedule too, so I didn't feel bad.
Okay.
So I started looking and I found this place April 2016.
This place right here?
Yeah, we locked it down. I was so excited when I found it. The Craigslist ad, it was right on top. Like in the picture, I could see that's my favorite comic book shop.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I want to keep that going. It was also 15 minutes away from my house, and it was perfect for me. It worked out for you guys real well.
Sure.
Going into it, we may have had a different vision of what it was going to be. I don't think at any point we like thought that 2.5 years in, we'd have so many people working at the studio.
No, I mean, it's crazy because I remember when you found this spot and we like kind of looked at pictures of it at the old place and then we're like, oh, let's give it a shot.
I legitimately had a panic. I was like, oh God, I have to get the guys to check it out because I know what the spot looks like from the outside. I can imagine how big it is. And I was like, it seems perfect.
Well, that was the thing. You found it. You found it on Craigslist, and then you said you guys were like, "Oh, we're gonna go look to see. Kevin saw this place. We want to go look at it to see what real estate's like right now." And then you're like to me and Colin, like, "Do you guys want to come?" We're like, "Fuck no, we want to fucking hang out in our house." You kidding me?
See,
and then you all came back the next day, like, "We got to take it."
I had been doing research on places 6 months beforehand.
You're such a piece of shit. Playing us like, you played us like a damn fiddle.
It was important, man.
I'm kidding.
Like, I was thinking of the next step. Like I wanted.
But it was that day that we came in. It was just us three, right?
Yep, just the three of us,
That we came here and we checked it out. And then we went over to West Portal to get Starbucks. We're like, we're going to come here all the time.
Yeah.
We've never
been there. But to be fair, there is a Starbucks at the Target.
I go there all the time.
Really?
On the way to work, yeah, because I take that route and sometimes I'll just pop there and pop in.
Well, for the record, I'm amazed we don't walk over there more.
Walk to West
It is
Portal?
a mile walk.
It is, it's not bad at all.
Oh my God.
No, I don't understand why we'd be like,
when we walk to Stonestown, it's always a good idea.
Bullshit. I've walked to the post office.
No, when do we have 20 minutes to walk over somewhere?
I'm telling you, that was the problem today. We need to just budget in. We should just put on the calendar every day. Lunch is from 1 o'clock to whatever.
I love the evolution of like our calendar. Good. I'm 100% down to put that in every single day, Monday through Friday for the next 20 years.
Okay, let's do it. Fine.
All right.
Lunch 1 to 2 every day.
Okay.
Well, I take lunch from 1 to 2 every day, except I take it from 12 to 1.
Well, that's the thing is, that's true. Yeah, that's the problem. We got sliding schedules now.
The problem is not us. Is that every time we invite you out, you don't want to be cool and be a friend.
No, it's literally every time I finish.
Healthier. That's so important.
Every time I finish Kind of Funny Games Daily, I come out there. You're never there.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Today, somebody asked, "Where's Nick?" Somebody's,
always
"Where's
put
Nick?" And Tim's like, "He's in the bathroom." And then you and Andy walk in, bosom buddies.
Because to be fair,
You're always
you
in the bathroom
left me.
too.
You guys.
For the first time in
stop.
history.
What are you talking?
No.
oh
Jesus,
no,
fuck, I'm still drinking it. I don't care.
you guys went to
Are you
lunch
kidding
today.
me?
It didn't
Fair.
invite me.
That's fair. Well, we left.
You guys,
at-
there's a
I'm old
very
news.
no,
Well,
no,
here's
no,
what, here's
don't
what
blame
happened
Nick.
this morning. Here's what happened this morning. I buy these hard-boiled eggs from Trader Joe's.
Yeah, you do.
They're in bags.
Oh my
They
god, I
come
want to
like
eat them every day.
How much they charge?
I think they're like $3 or something like that.
You want me to boil you some eggs?
So
I was gonna
They're
say,
not-
Jean-Pierre Saint Ange will gladly sell you some black market hard-boiled
She
eggs.
can hard-boil them for me and peel them for me, and I would love that. But I fucking hate peeling hard-boiled eggs. I don't cook them.
How many are in a bag?
6. So you're basically paying twice as much per egg.
I think
Usually,
so.
I think
$3.
a dozen eggs is usually about $3. So I'm paying twice as much.
A
'cause
dozen eggs are $3.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
usually.
that sounds right. 250.
Why do you keep saying that? You keep questioning everything.
Well, originally,
It's at $3.
6 eggs were $3 a second ago. Now it's a dozen.
Hard-boiled eggs are $3. A dozen normal eggs
Ah.
are $3 as well. So I am paying twice as much per egg as I would if I were to take them home and hard-boil it myself. Having said that,
I'm on this.
I can't fucking stand when I don't hard-boil them right and I start peeling it out and all I'm left with is the yolk. And I'm like, God damn it. So I found these Trader Joe's eggs.
Jesus Christ! How are you fucking that up so bad?
Because if you don't hard boil them correctly and they're not old enough eggs, the shell, no matter what, will stick to the outside.
You know what you need is a sous vide machine.
I want this to be a topic in the future. I want this to be a topic in the future.
I love my sous vide
Long
machine.
story short, I bit into one of these eggs. Every like 15th bag I get, the eggs are just raw. They're rancid. And this egg was bad.
Oh my god,
was
it's horrifying.
Because I got to know when it happened. I don't know why, but I bit into it and it squirted rancid juice in my mouth. And I was like,
You stop. I don't need to hear this right now.
I'm not eating this. And so I didn't eat any breakfast this morning. So come 12 o'clock after the morning show, I'm like, I'm ravenous. You know, Andy's so cute.
He is so
He's so cute. I'm like, Andy, you want to go get some lunch? He's like, yeah, okay, sure. I was like, what do you feel like? He's like, I'm not really hungry. I'll go wherever you want to go. So we went to Chipotle.
Yeah,
That's why I left without you.
Would have been really
Sorry.
cool if you had asked everyone else.
What we need to
what
do
they
is look
needed.
back
I could, but I'm
into-
fucking tired of giving
No.
them lunch. Y'all
I
never
know.
fucking pay for
Look
it.
back
so.
into
I'm down to pay for it. I
catering
just
the
assumed
lunch.
you used the company money.
You owe me
We're not that
Are you not-
kind of
okay,
startup,
good. That's
though.
not
But we could be.
I
Because
just
last
don't-
time we
It's
did
so
it,
close. It's not even that expensive.
last time we did it, they were like, you're too small.
We're up there. We hit the
Now
limit.
we got 7, right?
Yep,
That seems like
that's,
it.
That's enough. That's enough.
Can we get Chipotle to cater?
We are not getting catered
every
here.
day. Yeah, I know. Fuck
It would
that.
be a tremendous waste of food.
It's not that bad.
Food?
I've done the
Food,
math.
Yeah, you have to get
It's
like
not that
5
bad.
trays.
We talked about it. What?
You don't have to get a tray.
The
I've actually
Patreon
looked
people.
into it. As far as we're joking around, like I've actually looked into it. It's not that bad. We can talk off fucking.
Anyways, we moved into the studio. I don't think we've gotten to the topic
Well,
yet.
yeah.
What is
So
the
the
fucking
topic
topic?
is. All right. Well, let me just.
Keep going. No, we're having fun.
7
We're having
people
fun.
working out of
Set
this
the scene.
office.
Let me get a water. Let me know
We've
when the
got
topic
one
comes.
Oh, you're
bathroom.
an asshole.
You don't know the topic you didn't hear earlier when I said it? All right, yeah. So 7 people working out of this office and like
Hey, real quick, do you think he'll get really mad if I dial his watch an hour ahead?
no, yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. It'll break his heart. He loves his watch. all right. Focus, boys. So the topic is 7 people, 1 bathroom. It's getting
It's
really,
terrible.
Yeah, it's getting tricky.
And that's why
And
earlier
I
today in the
always-
morning show, I was like, where's the maid? Because on the underside of that
Yep.
toilet, it is not looking
No,
good.
I'm well aware. We've all seen what you've done.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah, 100%.
Me?
Oh, 100%. I'm blaming you on that. Anyways, moving forward.
Do you want, I'm giving you more
Yeah,
bourbon.
sure. Thank you.
Thank you. What do you guys want for the next space? Because my
Slide.
gears are turning. Nope, can't get a slide. But like realistically,
hey.
what is
Never
the
say
dream?
no.
Yeah, that's true. I guess.
we
Never.
never-
I'll
your brain has a
consider
slide?
a slide. It does. Have you been to their offices? Because that
Yeah.
slide is scary looking.
Have you been on the slide?
I've seen it from
I've been on the
outside.
slide.
Oh,
No,
really?
I've been on it, yeah.
Oh, good for
Yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah.
God, what a rock star.
It was fun.
Also, slides
Yeah.
are terrible. No, we don't need to go.
So Nick, the topic is.
What do we want the next studio to look like? What do you want in the next studio?
Because I'm looking into it. I'm thinking
What?
of stuff.
Huh?
Slides are
Greg
awful.
Miller
Is that
just
what
said
you
slide is so terrible.
Jesus.
In an office, yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
in an office.
okay,
sure.
here's what's
100%.
gonna happen.
Yeah, people
Thanks,
can use
everybody.
that
We're gonna
slide to
put the
bring their
slide in.
kids.
It's gonna take up all the fucking space in a room. Y'all are gonna use the slide one time.
Yep.
And then we're never gonna use the slide again.
I've been to
We're not
multiple
asking for a
slide
I
offices.
want that clear.
All right. Second of all, I would use that slide every fucking day.
How many times
And
do you
I
use
would
that
make a
VR chair
scene.
that's sitting in the one and only closet we have?
Oh, fuck! That's
Stop.
a knockout punch
No,
right there.
stop.
That's a knockout punch.
We
I look at that chair
everyone
every
knows-
fucking day. I'm like, I'd love to hang a coat in that.
You just got knocked the fuck out, Kevin.
No. That VR chair someday will live in my home.
How's that barbecue
And I will
doing?
use it every. The barbecue is
All
not
right
my
now.
fucking fault.
How's that barbecue doing?
He's
don't,
done.
Don't do that.
How's that barbecue going, guys?
No,
Hey,
stop.
we're gonna barbecue every fucking day.
We used it for 2 solid months.
Every
Maybe
week for
more.
2 solid months.
6 months.
And I enjoyed the shit out of it, but we introduced a new show.
It's collecting dust over there. Does it have propane in it?
Andy,
It
fire up
does.
the grill. We're tossing some Jack's pizzas on it.
That was so good.
That was under the gate.
That's why I hired him. That's why
I'm happy we have Andy.
On a real note,
The
here's what I
barbecue
want.
has been a great addition.
I agree.
And the
I-
next time,
I
no,
apologize
no.
for talking
Let
shit
me
about the
finish.
barbecue.
The next time we have a party, and this son of a bitch is out there fucking flipping steaks, tossing ribs around, we're gonna fucking be like, good decision.
It's true.
The barbecue was actually a really good.
Thank you.
I'm just giving you guys shit for that. Unlike
Thank
the
you.
VR chair, which just is.
Stop it. That VR chair, someday when I have a bigger space, will live in my home, and you guys will see way too many
going back
Instagram
to your-
stories
one of these days.
about how much I fucking
you
love
having
it.
a-
Also,
Yeah.
timestamp this episode, ladies and gentlemen.
What does that mean?
The VR party mode we used will go on in the chair we used.
Yeah.
Will go on to be the most successful party mode of all time.
That
Will you stop?
you not try? Like the one time where it was an accident was
Woodford.
okay, but on purpose.
On a real note, I just want more space. We've already outgrown this space.
Yeah. Well,
We've
I
got-
don't think we've already outgrown.
Right now we're
pushing the
perfect.
limits.
We
Yeah.
got space for maybe one more desk,
Yeah.
but then we'll have to ditch the couch.
No,
which
that's
I
the thing.
like.
We can't ditch the couch. What it will be is a smaller desk for that person, and the couch turned the other
Like
way.
it's like when Snoopy would have a smaller version of whatever Charlie Brown
doghouse?
had.
not
Yeah.
shorter, small, like less wide.
Yeah. So my
And
thing is
it'll
like,
work out, 'cause they
I
don't
would
need to be
love
that wide.
a legit conference room where we could all sit around the
Fucking
table.
God
100%.
damn it. Hold on. You're so right.
Yeah.
We
We
need that.
We need a
Yeah.
place where we can go and just take
Today
calls.
was like the first time that I had to experience the hell.
Why did you walk around all over the place? Close the door in the storage room.
Because
we
Nick
were
was
both on
also
calls.
on the call
And
on
it
a
was
different phone, and I'd
hard
hear
to deal
him
with.
and then hear me, and I was like, "This is my
All right,
hell."
see that's
So
poor
here's,
decision making
I was going
right
to say,
there.
thank
Yeah.
you. Here you go. The correct answer, and it's going to break your heart a little bit, but stick with me, is that we put a door on the kitchen dining room, and that becomes a conference room.
I'm
It's
not
not
against
about-
that.
it's not
I'm a
about
big
that.
fan of making
Install a
fake
real
walls.
phone with a speakerphone option, so you're not all on fucking shitty iPhones.
Y'all hated my speakerphone.
You hate
that I
what?
got.
I want to be on a phone. I want to be able to actually hear.
Well, then that wouldn't help you with
conference
Nick.
calls with
Yes,
the fucking
but the problem
conference
is-
thing. Nothing
No,
gets
because he
done.
could be in the storage room
No,
as well.
that's fine as long as people can hear each other on that. The problem
they
is
can't.
the problem is that area is inevitably every single time, and this is not anyone's fault. It's just by proximity. Every time I have something important to do, I have a call or something. It happens to be the one time someone has to get ice, or it happens to
That's
be
why
the
you
one
put a
time
door on it.
Somebody,
no,
but what
we
door?
can
Like,
put
what
a
do you
door and soundproof the shit out of that room. There's possible solutions that I don't think
door-
we need. I see us in a year.
The door would have to open the other way.
Yeah, and that's fine.
It's not possible. There's
No,
a
it
cabinet
is.
in the way.
But you put the
We have to
door
make the table
off.
half
You make
the
it
Get
a
it
small
like
door. You
you
can
know,
make
like when
whatever
you go
the
to
fuck you want.
you know, like
Small door.
you know, like when you go to a grocery store and they have those
Yeah.
plastic flaps. Walk through those.
I mean, your brother, when we were building the studio out, was like, "Hey, let's put a gate that goes up behind you in my little office to like lock everything down." I was like,
didn't-
"We don't need that."
He didn't want to go up. He wanted to have a gate that just kind of swung open, and then you were like, "No, I want to sit in front of it." And we're like,
if we wait long enough, we can take over the comic shop downstairs. Fire pole down there.
There is already an open
Slide.
spot right next to it where we can have an amazing.
Studio B.
No,
But remember,
not
that was going to be
Studio
a
B.
barber shop. You told me.
No, yeah, I don't know what happened with that. Like, clearly, it's not happening. I say we make the wings place.
Oh, we buy wings and move wings
Just
in there.
move all the shit over.
Well, you know that right here on Ocean Avenue, the most popping off hot spots.
Yeah, but if it's kind of funny's wing shop, you know.
Dude, we'll put Dinosaur out of business, that's for sure.
Oh no, I love Dinosaur. Don't say that.
We'll put that shitty Chinese food restaurant at the end of the block down out of
Yeah,
business.
fuck that place.
Fuck that.
That,
Gal-
that
whatever
little
it's
walk
called.
that was mean to
Yeah.
Colin that one time, put them out of business.
It's too bad because they're great. I'm so upset that we're never allowed to go there again because they were really good. The variety. It doesn't matter. Let's move on.
A lot of the traditions Colin tried to establish, we don't keep. But the one where we say fuck little walk, we are totally down.
Totally down.
No one yells at Colin.
I also, just on a real technical note, I can't wait until we have more space for the actual studio film.
Oh my God.
So
I
like
can't
right
wait
now-
till we can have air conditioning in the studio.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Aeration.
That's gonna be a great one.
I think that we can add that now.
Has anyone successfully nailed that? Because
Air conditioning
any
studios?
studio I've
Yeah,
ever been
no,
in,
no,
IGN studio,
IGN studio,
no, it's
like-
either freezing fucking cold,
Which is what
At
you want.
First,
but that's the thing though. There'd be times where it never warmed up. It was always uncomfortable.
That's what I
really
want.
think
Or
no. I
uncomfortably
think
hot.
that was on a weekend where the air conditioning wasn't on.
That's when it's
No,
too
up at
hot.
noon we used to
Yeah,
bitch
that's
all
what I'm
the time.
saying. When it was too hot, I think that like
No, it was
You wanna
literally
be
either
cold.
really hot or fucking ice cold in that studio all the
Whatever.
time.
There was no middle ground.
And the
think that
thermostat just didn't work. You'd be like, no, I don't know how this is not working. It's not doing what it's supposed
It
to.
just shows Fran's face.
It would just
don't-
beep "fuck you" every time. You're like, this is the worst.
I don't think we're gonna stay in this space long enough to really merit setting up an air conditioning setup. But I think that we can have an external air conditioning setup, like piping in air into like a really large like hole that can spread it out and it's not making noise.
Well, they make
Yeah.
professional air conditioning units that are whisper quiet, and they make them, and the vents are just twice as big as they're supposed to be. All
Yeah,
you
but
need
we
is a
got
vent
Cool
that-
Greg. He can just like take a little fan and a block of ice.
Cool Greg's just right next to you with that little one of those handheld little.
No, really though, space is what we need for
Yeah.
the
Space is what
studio
we need.
because
And
what we
I
need is
wish-
ceiling space. We need a couple extra feet up.
Well, we need
we
that
need,
way.
we
just-
need a couple feet back,
Well,
feet back
okay.
to make this beautiful LED not Murray.
We need that,
If
but
we
really
had
though.
2 more feet, we'd be so set.
But if we had 2 more feet up, then we wouldn't have to see the lights, and we'd be able to do full standing shots, like top to bottom.
Yeah, but when do we use full standing shot?
We
No.
don't because we can't. That's the problem.
All right, I guess so.
We
but
would
like,
all the time.
So my dream, like the whole topic, my dream for the next space is
Trough.
a giant warehouse
when you
space
pee or
in
when you
South
eat out
San
of?
Francisco. Just like recently, the company.
Like, don't mix
my
those
God.
two up.
All right, well they're gone.
Or see, we're here. We're here. I'm sorry.
No. Recently, I went to hang out. Like, I went to pick up our new Gamescast. No, I'm sorry, Games Daily walls at in South San Francisco.
Sure.
And God, I wanted Nick to go with me so badly because that is the exact vision I have for
Giant warehouse.
the studio. Yeah, a giant. We're talking 25-foot walls. It must have been. Let me estimate. Hold
Where
on.
were we? Oh, you know what we were at? We were at
10,000?
we did the VIP party at that the Foundry. That's I love that space.
Yeah,
That's the kind of
10,000
space I
square
love.
feet.
That's a cool space.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where it's like I just want a wide open. I want what Rooster Teeth has, right? Big ass warehouse.
Yeah.
You can put in a lighting grid. You can wire into a control room, and you
But-
have enough space to move scenery in and out.
My question to you specifically, Nick, is what do the individual sets look like? Are they little sectioned off rooms that we've built?
No.
We've had your brother come. Okay.
No, I don't want to spoil it. I have an idea for the next set.
Ooh.
I want. I
Does
think
it
it's gonna
involve
be.
video walls?
It involves all video walls.
Okay, good.
my
I don't
God.
want to spoil it.
I'll tell you what I want. What I want.
I mean, that was my whole
Awesome.
topic. I wanted to hear what his. All right.
I have 2 things.
Uh-huh.
One's what I want in the next studio. 2 is a question. What I want in the new studio one day is a game room.
Oh my God.
It's where we
I
go
want
in
that
and play.
so badly.
We bullshitted around about it when we got here and didn't understand how the space was going to work. That we
Yeah.
put a TV in that room and have
Yep.
the couch. And now that we hired these fucking hangers on, Joey and Cool Greg and
They're so
Randy.
essential.
they're
What's
pains
Andy
in the
doing
ass.
right now?
Probably
nothing.
working
Probably
I
on
guarantee what he's doing.
And cutting his own
I've
hair.
seen. I've gone by. He's got headphones in. He's bopping to whatever fucking rap rock, and he's looking at Gundams. That's
No.
all he does.
No.
The entire time, I kind of funny he's coming.
He's working on the Echo Division. Let's
Yeah,
play
I know,
that's
and I've
gonna be-
noticed it's like
Party
how I always tell you guys
Party
how
mode.
hard Oreo-rations are. Oh, they're
Yeah.
so hard. It's gonna take me a really long time. I need a week to do this. And you bop by, and he's looking at some fucking Gundam. Looks like Spider-Man. You're like, what are you doing?
Everyone
pretty- to
needs
be
their
fair, that sounds cool.
distractions to keep
It
going.
does
sound
pretty
cool.
fucking cool.
And my next point is,
Yeah.
what we have less than a year now left on this lease.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
that sounds right. Yeah,
'Cause we had
just
2.
started
we
paying
have the
yeah.
option to go a little bit longer, I think, which
This is my question.
in my mind, I'm planning to use the extra year.
What do you
'cause
think? You think
I
we're here?
don't think
How
that
long do you think
we're-
we're here?
I mean,
going
I'd
to the
like to
point,
stay
yeah.
here. It just depends, right? Like we're running a pretty successful business, and so we have to. That's one of the problems we get to solve, which is like, hey, we need more people, we need more editing support,
Yeah.
we need this thing. So I think that the workflow will dictate when we need to move out.
Sure.
In a perfect world, I'd love to stay in here for 2 more years.
Yeah.
I think it's a great space. I think we're growing at a good adequate
I don't
space,
see
but
it
I really think that
lasting 2
as we add more products, as we add more. Like we're already at capacity again, right?
Sure.
We have to literally go through at some point during the morning meetings tomorrow and figure out who's editing what for all the fulfillment that we did from the stream last Sunday,
Yeah.
right?
Sure.
Which is not hard,
Cool, Greg.
but it's also one of those things where it's going to be we're going to have to put a little extra time into that. And so I think again, it's a great problem to have and a great problem to solve. But I'd love to see us in the space for 2 more years. I know us. We'll be here for 6 more months and probably have to find another space.
That's what I was gonna say.
I don't think
is
it's 6 more months.
My thing
know,
with
being
kind of
facetious,
funny
but you know.
that is both fucking exhilarating and fucking terrifying is you never know what the next 3 months are gonna be.
God, it's so
You know what I mean?
Step it up. You got to go
fucking
bigger and
love it,
better.
though.
And it's like, I know. It's not even think. This studio was so important to us there's a couple moments in our history that are so important. I think that Kind of Funny Live 1 was an example, and I think that the studio is an example. Kind of Funny Live 2 as well, where
but
we
Kind
are
of Funny Live 3
throwing
too.
ourselves. No, but that was just, we knew what we were doing. We knew what we had to do.
But like
Kind of
the
Funny
fact
Live
that
1, we've never
doing
thrown a live event, so we're like,
Yeah.
we have to figure out all the things that go into that and
what a
fucking
different time
do it.
that was.
Kind of Funny Live 2, we had to figure out, we need to now do this with video
Yeah.
walls and a giant scaled thing, and let's fucking go crazy. The studio was like, hey, we've been working out of a spare bedroom. Now we need to set up a whole place and
Yeah,
make a
but
set like we've done at IGN a million times.
But for us.
This is for us based on what we do. And I think that the most important thing about what we did with this studio is we really thought about the design philosophy of what we do. We make podcasts. We have a bunch of shows that are guys sitting around a table talking. How do we make all of those shows look and feel as different as possible?
Yeah.
And that's why we
at this
have the
beautiful
set that
fucking
we
set.
have.
God, I love it.
And I love that because that shows that we actually gave a fucking thought about
Yeah.
the products from top to bottom and nailed it. And now that we're here, it's like we have this. Like it still blows my mind
it's
that we have
absurd.
this.
It's absurd.
And
we do
when I
a
look at our
podcast with a
videos, I don't
giant
watch our
LED
podcast
wall.
that often,
Yeah.
but when I do randomly tune in and look, I'm like, this looks awesome.
Yeah, it looks
when I
really
see
good.
Kind of Funny Games Daily, I'm like, the colors and everything about it, I'm like, this looks fucking rad. And I think that when we push ourselves and they're just like, you know what, fuck it. It's probably going to be 3 years till we move into another place.
I
Let's do
really,
it in
I
3
really
years?
don't think
That's
so.
what I'm saying.
I
Let's
really
do it in a year,
Yeah.
you know, and let's figure it out and like go.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not going to hire
Something will
anyone for
dramatically
a long
change in
time.
the next 6 months that will either accelerate or set into place what we're going to do.
I hope so.
Where
I
it's-
say that. It's just because
Because that's how this works. This is how the
Well, like
business
this-
works.
I
We
mean,
think we know what we're
I
doing.
don't know,
Right
though.
now,
Like,
I
I
feel
feel
like
like-
I come in here every day or I look ahead next month and I really can envision what it's going to be, who it's going to be, all these different things.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's going to be a wild card in there that we won't expect coming.
I
that
don't
change
know,
everything.
man.
I
I
mean,
feel
that's
like
the thing
we've
too. Is like we. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Kevin.
No, I was just saying. I feel like we've finally nailed what this is going to be for a couple years. I see the next edition, and I've got the gears working. Like I was super proud to say that. Like Andy was like, I was so like I knew that was our next hire, and like I was planning for that.
Which
And
one
I-
of your childhood best friends are we getting
No,
Colonel
it's
in here
not-
now?
How is Andy a
Shari?
childhood best friend?
Charlie?
Charlie?
I call him Colonel. That's the joke.
Colonel's fine.
No, I just like there is a way in my mind that this place is moving towards, and like
Yeah.
there is a certain type of video that I want to see going out in the future, and like I know who I've got an idea for who we want to hire, and I think that like if everything plays out like I think, like that person will fit for perfectly, like because
I don't know
it's
who you're talking about.
it doesn't matter, but
Yeah,
like
I mean, I'm with
I
you though. I feel like we've hit. I feel like we like it feels weird, but in the last
Yeah.
couple months since Kind of Funny Live 3,
Yeah.
I feel like we're like things have kind of fallen into place. And we're like, oh, okay, this is what we're going to be for the next 6 months ish. Like, I get the workflow starting to get hammered down. The schedule is starting to not look like a fucking puzzle piece all the time. Like, everything's kind of like, okay,
There's
this is
a
cool.
flow.
There's a flow to it. Like, I think locking down the podcast and saying that we're doing them live, I think helps because then we can't just fucking move it around all the time. It's like, we got to promote it.
Yeah.
So at least that
My
kind of
God,
helps
it's
lock
such
it
a
down a
hassle.
day or two ahead of time, which is great. And it's, I feel like we can breathe a little bit, which is good.
100%. I feel for some.
Yeah.
because shit has been hectic.
Yeah,
as
I feel
fuck.
like
But
this has
it's
been
hectic, but
crazy.
you,
It's gonna take me
you know
another-
it's hectic.
But
I feel
it's
like.
for me,
what?
I think it's going to take another month and a half before I'm feeling like, okay, things have leveled out. Because like the last, and even thinking forward a month and a half, like I'm getting married.
Well, your life is in chaos.
No,
you
that's
fucked up.
true.
That's on you.
know,
But I mean,
But
that's
for
what I'm-
us, I'm saying what I talked about, and it's different for every one of us. We all wear different hats and have different roles.
Yeah.
yeah.
The deal that Kind of Funny Morning Show and Kind of Funny Games Daily are there and locked the way they are, and Kind of Funny Games Daily is me every time, and I need to be there and I need to do this, is a lot of work and a lot of responsibility. But it has structured my days in an entirely different way. Now, the downside of that is that I'm way behind on emails all the time. And like that sucks as the PR guy, as the developer contact guy, as the, hey, I'm getting you codes or working on this or whatever. But the fact that I really only have this 1:30 if you give me a lunch till 3 o'clock usually every day, where it's like, I don't know what that part is, but every other day I usually know what that's going to be.
How's Games Daily been for you? Like, I know obviously the show is amazing. I stand by it 1,000% as like, I think it is the best thing we do because it's a product I'm proud of. Like, I can tell people, I'm like, we do this thing that's better than anyone else does this thing.
Sure.
But like, is it killing you?
Wait, before you say that, when we were sitting down together talking about it, I was like, oh my God, That's a PS I love you every day.
Yeah.
And I was honestly terrified for you.
Sure.
But like seeing the execution of it, like
Yeah.
you nail it. And God, it just, I don't know. There's a sense of pride that I have working with someone that like puts so much into their everyday. So thank you for what you do.
No,
and
thank you.
Good job not burning yourself out.
Well, you
or
get it all
whatever.
behind the scenes. You do the exact same thing the exact same way. That where I tell you all the time, you do too much, you do this, but you're like, I love doing it, so I'm going to do it.
Yeah, that's the
And
thing.
I'm gonna-
There's so much
You and I are
passion
the same kind
behind
of person,
it. Yeah.
cut from the same cloth. You know what I mean? Games Daily is amazing, and I love it. You know what I mean? Like, I legitimately love that show, and it's because I just come in, like today on the show, like, we're recording this on the Monday, whatever, but it was like, we came in and it was like, I did that thing where I'm going to say something controversial. I love video games. And like you and Danny and Andrea, you love video games and you love talking about it and you love getting nerdy about it. And I love getting nerdy about that too. It's been different in terms of, I think and this isn't to knock my wife, when she has a job of her own, has somewhere to go in the mornings, I think I'll move it a clip I'm more used to. Because right now I have this balance of Jen legally can't work, right? So she's home and doing all sorts of stuff for us and herself and the family and all this jazz. But in the morning it is that I wake up and I go out and we make breakfast and we hang out for a few seconds and then I open the computer and I go. And I walk that line of feeling like I'm spending time with her, but I feel like I'm neglecting her. But it's like she understands that it needs to get done and she's not in my face about it. But I'm looking forward to, having those roles more defined of like, okay, cool. Like you're off to your job. I'm going to sit here and do this. I like the idea that I know what I'm doing every morning, if that makes sense. Because it was in the morning. We come in the morning show and it was like, well, am I hosting? Are you hosting? Who's gathering stories? Is this happening? Blah, blah. And like,
Right.
It would literally be, I just open the doc and there's no stories in there and we go live in 30 minutes. Are you doing it or me? Oh, well, I'm doing it because, okay, cool.
Right.
Now we have it broken up in a way that makes sense, I think, in a way that we all work it
Yeah,
out.
I think that's kind of what I meant by things have settled into a nice groove, right? Like
Yeah,
that. Like
we are still working nonstop all the
yeah.
time, hard, full tilt.
But it is going smoother than ever before, in my opinion. As
me,
the guy,
as as a person who used to run some of the production over at IGN, like I look for the opportunity to create those systems, right? To create these things of like everyone, there's an owner. What's up, cool guy?
Big ol' Cool Greg wants some more bourbon.
Okay,
Take your time.
That's okay.
No,
You want ice too?
Close. Cool guy, can you get us some more ice? Yeah. And get
Be
rid of
careful.
these
There's water in the
ice.
bottom bowl too.
Yeah.
I look for those opportunities to standardize things and to ascribe put owners on things and to really kind of have there be kind of everything fit into its place when it comes to production, because that's how production flows. That's how production grows. I did not mean for that to rhyme. It sounds like an
It looked
80s
good,
campaign.
though. That was
But
great.
that's how it
No,
goes,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
And
yeah.
I feel like
Pushing the needle.
I think we're doing that right. And maybe it's
Love
Dare.
grows where production
but maybe it's
goes.
because we just got done with the busiest time of our year, which tends to be like conference season, and well, it's not quite done yet, but like conference season and
KFL.
KFL.
the real ones.
Right, the E3,
PAX is super fun.
No, the
whatever.
world doesn't slow down anymore.
I know.
Well, no, it doesn't in such a way of like we've committed to being in the office, and I think it's really shown. And I think we're actually able to really focus on making the content, which at the end of the day is the single most important thing we can do.
Yeah.
Like every other thing that we do that's ancillary to that is important, but if we don't make content, if we're not sitting here at 3 o'clock on a Monday, the ship doesn't sail.
And I don't think that a lot of people realize this, because it's something that we don't say, because we don't want to promote it this way. We don't want to promote it as a bad thing. The amount of things that we've turned down recently that are fucking cool, awesome opportunities, but we're like, no, we understand the importance right now to restructure, because that is.
They wanted me
what's
to be
important. Like, what's up?
They wanted me to be Batman.
They did.
I feel like calls
I'm
and was
so
like,
happy
yeah.
that like
gotta
certain
get
calls weren't made. Like I'm glad that Cool
understand.
Greg and me are going to SummerSlam. Like I
No, of course. There's certain things
no
that
idea
you
how
gotta
excited
do.
I am.
You
Yeah.
gotta like that, but that is good. That is good
Yeah.
content. That
Yeah.
is gonna create something that people can trust and
Yeah.
believe in. Kind of Funny Live is another example where it's like we could have waited until January 5th to put it out. We knew it was important
Yeah.
to get it out, so we did.
I can't believe you put so much time into
I
getting
can't
it done,
either.
and it's one of those things
But I
like
did. I
we
did,
can
though.
tell people, but like, oh my god,
But it happened.
Good
and
job.
I
We're
think
all
that
proud of
that's.
you.
Yeah, great
I know. I'm so sick of like people
yeah,
giving me
it's
praise.
not even
for
Let me
about
that.
suck
that.
you away.
Oh, you're so sick of praise. All right.
No, I am. Like when it comes to that, it's just like I don't even want that, because again, the product is what. I
But
do
no,
it
I'm
for.
happy that like your vision is now reality.
Yeah,
like, that's
me
one of
too.
the, like it's so hard for people to
Because
do.
seeing the
yeah.
comments on it, I'm just like, this is why
Nailed
I
it,
say
yeah.
what. Like I was the only person that could have edited that video.
Yeah.
And I stand by
And
it.
no, and then, like when the conversation was happening of having someone else edit, I was like, no, it has to be Tim.
And I
because,
appreciate
yeah.
that. But taking it a step further, So my role in the company, I would say, if anything, is the strategy guy.
Yeah.
I'm the dude that kind of thinks the plan of who are we, what are we doing, how do we keep growing and whatever. And for so long, I was like, I'm the only person that can make these decisions because this is how this is going to work and whatever. And I'm proud of that. And whatever, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I am so happy that I had to go work on Kind of Funny Live, and we just did our live stream. We had to come up with this whole plan for the shit. And I was like, here's my thoughts. Here are the things that I think we need to do. I can't handle it right now. Can you guys handle it? Yeah. And you coordinated with Andy. So Nick, for the audio listeners, Nick coordinated with Joey and Andy, Jandy. And we're like, hey, here's the images we need. We need to come up with goals. We need to figure out a flow of the day, what we're doing on the stream and all this, which is something that before would have
fallen on your shoulders
for 2 weeks, figuring out all the shit, talking to Kevin over dinners and shit.
It's a well-executed stream.
But you guys fucking killed it, and I love it because I love what we got going on right now because Cool Greg literally grew up with me and Kevin. He knows how this whole thing goes. Joey and Andy are from the community. Like, they are students of what we do. Yeah. So them being part of it now, it just makes us better because guess what? Who would make the best Die Hard movie in 2017 of all time?
Will Smith.
Nick Scarpino is the answer. Who would make a fucking amazing Superman movie?
Greg Miller.
Well,
actually, Max Landis,
the Superman fans.
So
I get
what I'm saying is, like, Joey and Andy know Kind of Funny better than we know Kind of Funny. So them doing this stuff is fucking awesome.
You bring up a great point that I think is what it is, where I feel we're more full tilt than ever. I come home and Jen's like, how was today? I'm like, it was exhausting, but it was great. I'm so fulfilled with everything we created. And like, we have this thing and blah, blah, blah. But it is the ability of, like, I feel like with Games Daily, whether it's pre-production, it's executing the show, it's doing Kind of Funny morning show with you and doing comics with you that I fucking love so much. It's doing this show, which I feel like we've been on a roll since probably the Jeff Kanata episode. You know what I mean? Like, we've been killing it on all these different fronts, doing all these awesome stuff. But it sounds so stupid, but the ability to be like, hey, Andy, can you make me this graphic for this event? Hey, Joey, I think it'd be cool if you told everybody this. Hey, Cool Greg, can you go do this? And it's done. And it is that thing of
it's
like,
done right.
Yeah.
It's done. It's done right, and it's like the simplest things that literally, they take 5 minutes, they take 10 minutes to do yourself.
But out of a packed day, like,
to be able to have that extra moment of being able, like, no, I need to eat lunch now. You know what I mean? To tell you, I come off today, and you're like, hey, we have to do AMA. I'm like, I know.
Yeah.
I need to eat some food right now.
And
then you're like, okay, I won't. I'm like, God damn it, Kevin.
But like Joey and like the rest of the kids, they nailed it too. They got their AMA done in time for us not to delay this GOG, and it just like, thank you. Like, all these cogs working together and like the gears moving, it's just it makes my life so much easier.
Yeah,
and
everyone's
so
life. No, I mean, that's the thing is, like, we actually are a machine. Like, we've always been a machine. We're a well-oiled machine at the moment. We're really good at
thinking myself as the Terminator.
Lord.
You fucking guy.
So, but to close out this topic, but to close out this topic, like, can you guys give me one thing that like you want for the
legitimately?
next
I want a game room where we go in and we just play games, because that is the thing right now. It's like we played Smash at the stream,
that was
and
fun.
we were like,
how much fun was
I
that?
fucking missed Smash. And
It
it's
was
one of those,
so fun.
at any point, we could come in here and do it too, but there is a difference between walking into a room and sitting on a couch
100%.
and,
100%.
Kevin, can you get it? It isn't sync. It is sunk. Okay, well, yeah, but let's switch the input, you know.
Yeah.
So this is my request. When and if we do, because I love this concept, but every iteration I've seen of this has been a nightmare because someone's over-engineered it. And by that, I mean the IGN demo room. Sure. How many fucking times did you walk into that and be like,
All the time.
Why can't it just be a fucking HDMI splitter?
That's what it will be. That's what it will be.
That's all I want.
Did you see how easy it is to switch over there?
No,
like,
because we're on this side of the camera.
Right,
That's
guys,
the problem.
It's not labeled yet, but once it's labeled, you put in your device, make sure it's like plugged in, just power it on, hit a button, boom. That's all it should be.
Okay.
That's all it should
I
be.
agree.
We're so close to nailing it.
Well,
That's what I
luckily
want.
now, and to be fair, luckily now everything's HDMI, which is good. But back in the day, it used to be like different connectors and all sorts of
but like you
That
can
was a
have
fucking nightmare.
Fucking wheeze and wheeze.
And then there was a
can
time
have
where like I think
converters
Fran like
and stuff.
wired LEDs to everything so we could change the light depending on the mood. I
We'll
was
get
like,
there. We'll get there,
To
boys.
be fair, I have that at home underneath my desk. It's not
you
that
guys
hard.
overcomplicate
so-
everything.
no.
Every time.
Overcomplicate. It's 2017. LEDs are easy.
Here, let me tell you. If it's not super easy, it's poor planning. We'll get there.
No, that's so true.
I believe in
So
Kevin
true.
Coelho.
I do too.
What do you want, Tim, in the new studio?
I mean,
That we're not. By the way, we're not saying we're out for a new studio. Just being clear.
honest answer would probably, I mean, it is the ceilings. It is just more space when it comes to
Easy.
yeah, exactly. But and also there's money and all that stuff that comes with that. But if I were to give an answer that is like a real concrete thing, it's I want an easy setup for things like party mode for us to do more Let's Plays like Battlefield, like the Battlefield Let's
To
Play we
finally do, like I was trying to wrap my head around in the shower this morning. I don't think we're that far off. But a Let's Play that is Friday the 13th, all of us playing, all 7 of us doing it.
But
with all our monitors, if we bring in a PS4 and we have a webcam, we're almost there.
Unfortunately, it's more than that because we need the divided space. We need to all be listening to each other on headphones, not
so that's a big problem with all of these Let's Plays because
we could do that.
We're doing one right now. We're doing one, but the problem is we hear each other.
Yeah.
So we need to record it so it sounds clear and not echoey, but also we need to be able to hear each other in real time, not in lag time, and not in like, oh, I hear them from another room. It's like us on the phone today, right? Yeah, it's like it, especially when it's a team thing. It becomes.
I feel like down the hall
it's
wouldn't
one of
be
those.
too
I feel like
crazy,
you put Jason in this room, all the counselors in there, and turn off voice chat.
Yeah,
and
but the thing is, you don't
because
have
like we just
the
did Echo
opportunity to
Arena.
just
And
choose who Jason is, right?
Yeah, you do. In private rooms, you do.
Oh, okay, all right. Well,
But
that
the
makes
other
it
thing
a lot
is,
easier.
I feel like we just did Echo Arena, right? And we had that similar setup, and it was still fucking like.
Well, we haven't edited
It was still
that
insane.
though.
Fuck Andy.
No,
he can do
I don't
it.
mean that. I mean,
Stop looking at your gun.
I mean, it's
already
still
working on it,
super
Greg.
disorienting to hear
He's
someone right
working
behind
on it.
you
This
and
is
then
why
also
he gets
hear and all that stuff. It's like whatever. It's,
We'll see how
it's
that
never
ends
gonna be
up.
ideal. Because even when we go to do like, I think the benchmark for that is the Achievement Hunter room, which is awesome. You just sit and the cameras are already there. But even that's like disorienting because when Michael's yelling and Greg's yelling and fucking everyone's fucking what's it Bruce like Jeff's there, it's just fucking it's chaotic. So it's just gonna take some getting used to.
I
But
really
that's
feel like
different, though.
our next space needs 8 little booths that are completely
awesome.
soundproof, audio running into them where we can record them separately. And like I got hopes and dreams. We'll see how
Andy,
it all works out.
Like the
Andy, what do you
Wildlands
want in the
Let's Play
next studio?
Yeah.
That was cool.
But even
Exactly
that,
what
the same
Kevin
issue.
just said.
There you go. Yeah.
Separate Let's Play booths and not have so we don't have to record it out here. Maybe another restroom.
That would be nice.
Now, as I've told you before, Jean-Vive Saint-Ange-Miller says you'll be the first to leave us. Do you think you'll stick around for the next
Don't
studio,
you
or are you
son
going to be
of a
one of
bitch.
these fucking, I'm going to
so
go for the
pretty.
bigger paycheck somewhere?
We'll see. I mean, if Game Grumps is hiring,
What the
maybe Funhouse.
fuck? Andy,
I will give you Funhouse, but Game Grumps, really?
Andy, I don't want to
Oh,
break your
Vernon, who likes
Not
dads?
going to fucking Game Grumps. Get the fuck out of
Get
here,
the
you beautiful
fuck
son of a
out.
bitch.
You know why I don't like hearing that. Why would you say that? Even as a joke.
Now, back to what I was saying, though. Oh, man, he's working so hard. He's just watching us record this show.
He just came in.
He's taking a break. The
Joey,
kid
what do
is
you want in the
working
next studio?
hard.
Take Tim's mic.
need your help, Kevin. Actually.
What do you need?
Oh, I need your help. My
No, I
job's
have a
too
very good
hard.
answer for this.
All right, Joey.
I don't know how none of you said this. We need more than one bathroom.
No, we
No,
have
no,
to say that.
it's been kicked around. It's been kicked around.
Perfect, because yeah.
All right, hey, like you want
We
a
don't need
girl's
more than
bathroom?
one
Whatever,
No, I
get
don't
out
need
of
a
here.
girl's
All right, yeah.
bathroom. We can have two.
You all want to be treated the same, but like.
Kevin is very good about treating
I'm just
everybody.
Damn, wow, all right, cool.
I'm joking, but yeah. At some point, I'm really sorry. We'll get you a girl's bathroom.
It doesn't need to be a girl's
I think
bathroom.
Joey and
You
Greg
don't have to mean
bathroom.
it. Yeah, I'm down for that
Okay.
too. He definitely needs his own bathroom.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't do that to the toilet.
We'll talk about it afterwards.
How do you know it's me?
I just know.
You're disgusting and gross.
We just all know.
You're
it's
the
you.
worst with the shits that aren't real shits.
I'm not bad.
Jesus Christ!
He's
I
talked
make
about
sure-
the sand before.
All right. We've
I poop here once a week, maybe.
no. Come
Yeah,
on, dude.
yeah.
One of you.
I'd say 2 times a week.
One of you leaves the bathroom looking like a crime scene every single time, like
And
a
it
body got
scares me.
like a
And
body
it
got dragged under the
scares
fucking into the toilet and it left blood streaks. It's
All right, no, but we.
That's definitely not me. Thanks for watching this episode of the Game Over Greggy Show. Click here to subscribe to us. Click down here to go to the Patreon and support us. Click over here to go check out youtube.com/kindoffunnygames and click down there to subscribe to youtube.com/kindoffunnygames. Like if you just want to subscribe to both, is that what you said? Because that's not, I've never done that. It is a playlist. Yeah. That's a playlist.